just want to share with you something, a revelation, a confirmation that a revelation happened today. I went up to my prayer spot. Um, First of all, I haven't been feeling good past 2 days. I've been feeling off, down, depressed, more spiritually. And these usually happen before a revelation happens. For some reason, I get it afterwards. In the Bible, a lot of time prophets, they had the revelation, like Daniel had a dream, and then he was sick on his bed for a couple of days after. It seems with me that I get the downtime before the revelation, so it's quite good really, because then obviously I feel in good energy and good spirits to share the revelation which has just happened after the 2 days of darkness, basically feeling very depressed, feeling very like spiritually tormented as well, you know. But anyway, the revelation today is that it's like a confirmation of something that God has been showing me for many years about the time of revival, when revival is going to come to the world. But in particularly, my job personally is to do with my country here in the United Kingdom. So I would be out preaching to this nation during that revival period, which has not started yet. Who knows? But what happened was I went up to a prayer spot, and I have a bowl of water. It's not a bowl. It's like a dish that you put like a flan or something in it. It's not very deep, you know, inch or so square, and it just has water in it in the middle of nowhere on the mountain. And I have also like an altar there as well, but ready for a burnt offering, a grain offering or whatever when I finish doing what I've done, and I'll give her thanks, but not at the moment it's in use. But I put a bowl of water out there for the birds. I have no benefit from this bowl of water. Obviously I'm not drinking out of that. I take my own bottle of water with me to fill it up if it's empty, just in the case of a drought and whatever. In the case of a drought, in the case of there being not much water around and the birds want to have a drink, or just like us, you know, water is the primary source. You can do without food forever. It's water that you need to live. You can't live very long without water. So I do it really for the birds, you know. I also every day, if I've got it, I'll take bread, or I might take some wheat seed, depending on you know, where I'm going. And you know, I'll go up there and feed the birds, and you know, there's like these blackbirds up there. I don't know if they're rook or ravens. The ones that are really nice, shiny black anyway, and about this big, huge, and they wait there when I finish my bread offering, and they come down and eat it, you know, which is good, you know. At least they're getting fed, and maybe one day they can feed me, like in the days of Elijah. Well, anyway, I haven't even got into all these different things coming up. Yeah, so the water was taken away, and obviously the water bowl was taken away, and I'm thinking, who in the right mind would want to just take a bowl, you know, with water in, and they could see, you know, it's used for the birds, you know, for the natures or whatever. And I just thought, it's weird, but my mind didn't dwell on thieves, dirty thieving buggers or whatever, yeah. And there wasn't even a sign of camping, and it didn't destroy the altar. It was still there, and everything was fine. It was a bit weird. It was like disappeared. But all my mind could focus on was water taken away, and it was like replaying water taken away, the water taken away, and it was almost like that, like 3 times. I was just thinking that water taken away, and then I remembered about some old, you know, prophecy about, you know, God putting in my spirit that you know, first of all I thought, is God punishing me here because, you know, have I sinned and then someone's coming along and destroyed it? Well, and then the book of Job immediately came into my head, and you know, God punishes people, but it's not because not necessarily they've done wrong. And actually, he lets the evil and the unrighteous get away with murders. Literally, he lets them get away, and he lets them sin. Like in Revelation, the wicked shall do wickedly. In Daniel as well. Excuse me, just had a wheatgrass. And in Daniel as well, he talks about, you know, the wicked shall continue to do wickedly. So I thought, is this my fault? And he's like, no. Remember Job? You know, he was he was no one like him on all the earth, and all this evil will come upon him. So don't blame yourself, but think about it. It's not about that. The water taken away. So like I said, it's not for me. It's for the birds, because it's they're drinking water. So it's a way of God guiding us in a way. And so I remember this prophecy of when he's thinking about the revival time, and when I get, I'm not going to go too much into it, but when the revival comes and I'm released, then I'm going to be going out and preaching to this nation, which is mine. Well, not my nation, but the nation that I live in, the United Kingdom. And all the time in my spirit, for years and years, about maybe 4 years, that I always have in my spirit that there would be a drought or that rain would stop. And now today, when I seen the water taken away, 3 times, it was almost like bam. It was almost like a confirmation. And so it was like, I don't know if these are the exact words, but it's like, just like this one person of your nation, empire, meaning the Roman Empire, takes away this bowl of water from your breast, your birds, I will also take away all the water to all your nation during the time of revival, when I shall also release you into the nation. Which, that sounds pretty accurate for what I'm trying to say, that I'm feeling that God is preparing for now, is that just like the evil Roman has taken away a small bit of water. I'm not saying the person who did it was evil. I'm just saying they're a representative of the Roman Empire. They live in the British Empire, the EU, NATO, the Royal Commonwealth, the United States, all part of this Roman Empire, Roman Catholic Empire, basically, which pretty much controls nearly the whole world, the world after World War III. But this one representative has taken away water, this only one bowl of water here from you. It was kind of, I will take away all the water from from the whole nation in that revival time. So it's like a confirmation of what I already knew, but God saying it again, like, I will take away water during the time of revival. So this is a prophecy confirmation to me that during the time, I don't know how long a revival period would be, 30 days, 40 days, but, is there a time in the Bible where it's talked about a revival period and a number of days? Well, absolutely, there's one exact place, and that's Jonah, where he goes to Nineveh and says, in 40 days, Nineveh will be overthrown. And they all repent and sackcloth, and Nineveh is saved. Do I think that would happen to this country? I very highly much doubt it. But the point being, if that was a 40-day period, the flood was 40 days. Moses being at the mountain was 40 days. And that was a kind of revival in itself as well, because Moses was given the 10 Commandments, and that was a revival of humanity, and it set the stage for righteousness for forever. So that 40 day, and that was 40 day. So I don't know whether the revival is going to be 40 days. All I know is God passes over on a full moon. I will make the sun go dark, and I will turn the moon into blood only if it's full moon. So 40 days, if the seals were to begin on a new moon, because 40 days is roughly 1.5 months, about a moon cycle, and then half a cycle brings you to the new moon, full moon to full moon, and then half is a new moon. If the revival period and the seals began on a new moon, then 40 days would be exactly. And don't think it, that's just crazy. Well, yeah, it is crazy. Everything with God seems to be crazy, but he only works in these realms. And he sticks to his word, and he sticks to his ways. So I thought this is a bit weird, because, that's like some Elijah stuff, man. Where you'd stop the rain. I know it happens, because in the book of Revelation, it talks about 2 witnesses who come, One's got the power like was given to Moses, and one was given the power like was given to Elijah. Two of them, two candlesticks, two spirits. Sorry, I had a glitch then. Yeah, two spirits of the 7 spirits of God, which are given to Moses and Elijah. So I know that, yeah, that will happen in the end of the age. And funny thing is, that happens, the second passing of the throne happens at the 7th trumpet, but it also happens when the Moses and Elijah of the end of the age have finished their 3.5 years, in which that time they can deliver these plagues. So it says that they can shut up the heavens so it does not rain. I thought, wow. But that is before the second passing for 3.5 years. And then I felt in my spirit that God was saying, well, that's the second passing, 7th trumpet, end of their 3.5 years. And I kind of had in my spirit that, well, you're going out, the revival, just before the first passing, which is the seals, 7 seals. It starts in the 6th when the throne locks onto us, and the rapture and everything else, the 7th seal. But you're going out just before then, so that what's so difficult about understanding that the spirit of Elijah can come just before the first passing? Because as the throne closes in, not only is the geological effects of the earth, earthquake, volcanoes, sinkholes, cracks, anything else, is going to rise up as well. The spirit of God will rise as well. So it's a bit like saying, well, I can bring the spirit of Elijah just before I pass over the first time, even if it's for that short period of time, whatever it may be, 40 days, whatever. And that's what I can do before the first passing, as like a bit of a precursor, a bit of a taster of what's to come with the 2 witnesses. And I think, well, even if this was to happen, would it be so bad? Like, if the rain didn't fall for, let's say, 40 days, that's just, that won't really be, I mean, it would be, dry up a bit, but people use water. We've got reserves, haven't we? So it's like, well, yeah, but remember, this is the revival, this is the build-up, the birth pains of the passing over the throne the first time. And so all the geological things are coming, the earthquake, the volcanoes. What happens with the volcanoes is the magma starts to rise, and the floor heats up as well, because of the magmas coming to the surface. The earth and the surface water of the earth heats up, so it evaporates, so many times more faster, and it will dry out, obviously, a lot quicker. Have you ever seen the movie 2012, that great movie? Well, what happens in the Yellowstone volcano, of course, the surface water, the lake, dries out, and there's nothing left. It's going to be exactly the same. The earth is going to heat up, probably the atmosphere will heat up as well, and the water is going to evaporate till it dries out. So, when he does stop the rains in that time of revival, for this country anyway, and adding to that the geological of the magma rise and heating the floor up and evaporation, that could be a problem, a big problem. But, I thought, well, what about all this? When he said, well, this is only the workings of God, the power, the spirit of Elijah, but the power of God, that people know that I have sent you, and for them to see the power of God and that this is real going to happen, and try and force them to come back and repent of their sins and be saved before the first passing. Because if they're saved, they'll be lucky because they'll escape the end times. As the saints, the 144,000, the 2 witnesses, whoever they are, they'll be going through the tribulation. People have got a real opportunity to miss out in the end times by going in the first rapture. But first, the revival period has to happen before that. And like I said, the point of all this video, I think God is confirming that I will take away the water for your nation when I send you into that nation to prophesy for the revival period. And obviously, I'll talk about it in another video, but I'll return home to the safety of my mountain, in Conway, the Snowdonia, North Wales. I just think this is a confirmation. And I thought something was up because, like I said 2 days ago, I felt really down and depressed and attacked. And it only happens when a revelation comes. And then boom, today, You know, I go up and that's gone, and then well, this whole thing that I've explained to you. So whether you believe it or not, it's happening today. This confirmation, which is what, 17th, is it? No. Yeah, 17th of May. So this, if you don't believe me, then it's, you know, you don't have to, but it's a sure confirmation for me, and we are actually nearly on a new moon, which is interesting. Just the first sliver, so it's the start of a new Jewish month. So anyway, it's just me personal login. If you're wrong, you know, just leave it, mark him and say leave him alone. But if this does happen, no one could say, oh, it's a coincidence that he said there'll be no rain, and when the time came of revival, that short time, there was no rain. No one could say, oh, it's a coincidence, oh, it's global warming. No. It's been in my heart years, you know, maybe even 5 years, the full time. But today was just a confirmation, I believe. So God bless you all. I've been Pastor Justin Robertson, End of the Age Bible Prophecy. God bless you all, and please share this video. I know times are real close. Keep watch, and please keep me up to date as well. God bless you all. Amen.